In every legend, there's a beginning, a story whispered on the wind of a hero bound by fate. But what if fate was just a story we were told? What if the end was never written? Imagine a world living under a shadow, a prophecy of inevitable doom. People walked with their heads down, their hearts heavy with a future they believed was already sealed. And into this world, a young hero was born, marked by this very prophecy. They were told their life had one purpose: to play a part in the grand, tragic finale. The scrolls were ancient, the seers were certain, and the path was laid out in stone. But in the heart of this young hero, a different fire burned. A refusal. Their journey wasn't one of acceptance, but of defiance. It began not with a grand quest, but with a single quiet question. Why? Why must we accept the end just because it was foretold? This question became a spark in the darkness, a challenge to destiny itself. The path was brutal. Every step was a test. They trekked through whispering woods where the trees spoke of their failure, and crossed desolate wastes where the ghosts of past heroes warned them to turn back. They faced beasts born from nightmares and sorcerers who wielded the very fabric of fate. The odds weren't just stacked against them. They were a mountain, seemingly impossible to climb. But the greatest wounds didn't come from monsters or magic. They came from betrayal. Friends, bound by fear, turned their backs. Mentors, who once preached courage, urged them to surrender to the inevitable. The prophecy was a poison seeping into the hearts of everyone they trusted, leaving our hero utterly alone, standing against the world with nothing but their own conviction. There were moments, of course, where the weight was too much. Nights spent under a sky with no stars, where the prophecy echoed in their mind, a constant, crushing rhythm. The temptation to give in, to let the story play out as it was written, was a siren's call. It would be so much easier to just let go. But that's where true strength is forged, isn't it? Not in the absence of fear or doubt, but in facing it head-on and taking another step anyway. With every challenge they overcame, with every betrayal they endured, their resolve didn't break. It tempered, becoming as strong as steel. They learned that prophecies are just words, and the future is not a destination you arrive at, but a path you create with every choice you make. Their courage became a beacon. People who had long since given up started to look up. A lone farmer who shared a piece of bread, a blacksmith who mended their shield, a child who offered a smile. These small acts of kindness became the fuel for their rebellion against fate. They were no longer just one person fighting a prophecy. They were a symbol that even in the deepest despair, hope can be reborn. Finally, the moment of confrontation arrived. They stood before the very source of the prophecy, the embodiment of their doom. It wasn't a monster of flesh and blood, but a force of pure destiny, a vortex of inevitability that had consumed countless worlds before. It showed them visions of their failure, of the world crumbling to ash, of their name becoming a curse. It told them, "This is your end. It is written." But our hero, no longer a scared youth, but a warrior forged in the fires of defiance, simply raised their head and replied, "No, this is where my story begins." They fought, not with overwhelming power, but with unwavering will. They didn't just fight the doom, they fought the idea of it. They shattered the chains of what was meant to be with the sheer force of what could be. In that final blinding clash, they didn't just defeat their destiny, they rewrote it. The prophecy was broken. The shadow over the world lifted, and for the first time in generations, people looked to the horizon, not with dread, but with wonder. The hero didn't bring back an old world. They cleared the way for a new one, a future unwritten, a story waiting for its first line. Their legend isn't about a hero who fulfilled a prophecy. It's about a hero who taught the world that the most powerful magic of all is the courage to choose your own path and write your own ending. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of courage and hope. See you next time.